side. Crimson has them seeing red. Easy to assume everyone here has a lighter in hand. And now we get to see who will use it. On the banks of the Tennessee River, Neyland Stadium in Knoxville. It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Tennessee Volunteers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Guys, the Vols head coach told me before the game, this is a developing storyline. Early in the season, they took a risk starting a young freshman quarterback, but he has continued to shine and get better each and every week. Now, late in the season, a chance for the college football playoff is on the line. His team is playing with great energy and enthusiasm, but they have got to continue to take care of the ball and focus and perform every single game. We'll see how he's able to get off to a quick start here in the first quarter. I'll keep you posted from the sidelines. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Play action on first down. Fires to the wideout. Left side, it's Jackson. Finally forced out of bounds. Maybe a step shy of midfield. They'll mark it at the 49. Another big play on the outside, and that's the thing that historically has gotten Rocky Top rolling.
Yeah, so much fun to watch playmakers outside that they can run by you and go make big plays. Opens up the whole field, the whole offense, and this Orange fan base goes absolutely bananas.
Looking outside, it's Bishop. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And I think this is the key in this game, man. In these rivalry games, it's about passion, it's about emotion. And coming to this game, we saw him last week, man. He had over 100. Last year in the blowout, he was a non-factor. He's got to be the catalyst in this game. You can't have a repeat of what happened a year ago, where you're throwing the football because you're behind and you got beat down. You got to establish the line of scrimmage.
Second down, gonna throw it. Out wide left, it's Staley.
And that's the look in man coverage you can throw the hitch route against, right? When the receiver's got a little bit of access, so he's got some room to work with. Against press, you're risking a pick six. So good decision there by the Q, knowing that was a good look to throw into.
Third and long coming up. Wide receiver going in motion. On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And the deflection by the defense brings up fourth down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
The Volunteers will punt this one away. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. First one of the day is off. He was called on 3 times in that victory last week. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. Now here's Russell. Can't hold on. He had it right down the middle, and he flat dropped it.
You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
And they got a chance to respond. And the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. They got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
To the back. He'll be brought down quickly after a very short game.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. How important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Now staring at a 3rd and short from the 40. Pulls and fired complete. They convert on 3rd down as he gets it to the 46-yard line.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that 3rd down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker out.
Going downfield for the big play. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one.
How about that? That's already the 3rd target this guy has had. On the opening drive of the game, he is a big factor for their success throwing the football. He's got to win the matchups. Even though that one goes incomplete, they got to keep throwing him the ball.
A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Russell. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark.
Nice complementary football we're seeing from this team here early. Defense did their job on the opening drive, and now your offense is doing their job too. Really nice throw that time by the quarterback. You've got to love what you're seeing on both sides of the ball if you're this team's head coach.
Let's see what they do here on 3rd and short from the 41. A run for the quarterback. He won't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field. Quarterback keeps it. Oh, he's got some space. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the 1st down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
And I don't care where you're at on the field, 4th and inches, I like me. I like my chances of getting that, running the play I feel comfortable with, getting the 1st down.
They ripped off a huge chunk, and now a little chunk is needed to pay it off. Russell lets it fly. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
That is one the quarterback is going to want to have back. It's touchdowns or it's checkdowns once you get down to the red zone. You can't get too aggressive and greedy trying to fit the football into small windows, and as a result, QB throws a pick.
Let's see if this offense can get out of a hole as they start this drive at their own 8. Gonna run it. It's Bishop. Not much room there. They'll give him 1 to the 9.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Keep it on the ground. Pushes the pile for a couple of yards down at the 12.
And what a great job by the defense here. First down, second down, 2 straight runs. They stuffed both. And that was a big key for them coming into this game. They want to set up 3rd and long situations. And now those edge rushers can pin their ears back to get after the quarterback. They can mix up and disguise their coverages on the back end, hoping to create negative plays and takeaways.
Third and long right here. Here's the snap, looking to throw. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Touchdown, Bama! What momentum you get when the defense comes up with a play like that.
And stop it. How about back-to-back weeks with pick sixes? This guy is now making plays, not just for his defense. He's scoring points, and I promise you the locker room is a lot of fun. Mr. Pick Six, he's going to get a lot of congratulations and a lot of accolades this week.
They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. These 2-point conversions are tricky enough. You don't want to add to the degree of difficulty by backing up 5. They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Coming out with it, it's Dodson. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Motion from the wide receiver. First play of this drive. Here comes the heat. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
2nd and long here. Snap in the shotgun. This time he's got his man. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be, because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Dumps it to the back. Right side, it's Bishop. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line. We've reached a break, and Alabama has the lead. Let's take a look at the numbers through the first quarter. Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. So first down here as they go back to work.
Here we go, ready.
Cuts it upfield. It's Bishop. past the 6. Crosses the 30, he's got a lane. And this offense is feeling it as they rip off a big chunk of yardage, and they got it on the 22.
Yeah, defensively, you better be ready to run east and west when you're playing against this offense. And their running game, that time, the offense was able to outflank the defense to the right side for a big play.
Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. They're working that left side. Shakes him out. He might take off. Touchdown, Volunteers! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability to, with his speed, to make people miss, and he showed it to you right there on that touchdown catch.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game. If you're going to win, and David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Might as well run him again. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards in Neyland on 3rd down. Now here's Russell. Unloads to the wideout. Perfect timing on the hit to keep him from making the grab, and the defense forces a 4th down.
Man, that is such great 3rd down defense. Seeing the football, breaking on the football, knowing where he's at, because he's probably going to get that 1st down, but nice timing. Sometimes guys get there just a little bit early, get the pass interference, but that was right on time to make the hit and dislodge that football.
Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. So the Vols offense takes the field to start this drive. This could be a real turning point in the game. They scored a touchdown. They got to stop. And now a chance to break the tie. Breaks into the open on the left. Just gashing this defense. A big gainer to the 40-yard line. One big play, and you go from a little backed up to threatening. It's 1st and 10 from the 40. Right back to the well. Runs through a tackle. And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down. I wonder how much fun this is for him. The head coach trying to take down the old alma mater across the way.
Yeah, I think these are always mixed emotions and how you feel about this, playing your old squad. Like, it's something about it, I'm sure, that's nostalgic, and all the memories probably come flooding back. But there's also a competitive element, Palmer, that you want to beat this squad. Like, this is the next team in your way for you accomplishing your goals and dreams.
Yeah, he's probably experiencing the emotional spectrum coming into this game, but make no mistake about it. He has to separate himself from his past allegiances and understand he's the home team. He wants this crowd to get in this football game. You know, he just gave a rousing speech to his guys in the locker room before taking the field. He wants to win this game versus his alma mater.
Third and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. Hits the hole. It's Bishop. He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
Snapped on 4th down. They're all over it. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. They go play action with Russell. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
Man, a lot of coaches talk about starting the drive positive and the first play that can get you going. The QB just kept backing up and going backwards, and that is not the start to the drive they were looking for.
The Crimson Tide just hoping at least to get some of the yardage back here on 2nd down. Throwing Russell. He's taking the shot. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Russell from the gun on 3rd down. He'll pull it down and run. At the 35, he's loose. And that's not going to be a first down. He stopped just millimeters away from moving the chains. On the move. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout.
Well, if you needed any evidence that this coaching staff trusts their big offensive line, you saw it right there. 4th down, they go for it deep in their own end, and it pays off.
Come on. Don't you think they thought it was 3rd down?
Somebody on the sidelines got some explaining to do, but he's breathing a lot easier now that they were able to pick it up.
Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early and often. There are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and I think, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this...
Oh, there's a loose football on the bad pitch. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. And remember, at this stage of the game, the only person who can advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler.
Deep breath, right, man? You fumble that thing, you cough it up, you're like, oh, I really appreciate you, brother. I can't tell you how much I thank you because the coaches would have been all over me, but big-time break for the offense.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. Now here's Russell. That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They're going to stay aggressive and leave the offense out there on 4th down again. Snaps it, and he has to have it. Right down the middle. Hauls it in easily enough Alabama for the first down. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down.
And they're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down, you're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Russell. He wants to take the top off. And it slips through his fingers. Incomplete. That would have been a huge game if he could have held on.
And you see, once you start to get to the red zone, the contested catch rate goes way through the roof. Who can make those plays when you're physically getting hit? Nice job by the defense, man. Make them earn it. Make them feel it. Get your hands through the contact of the football when they're trying to make the catch. Great job breaking on the football at the perfect time.
On first and goal, let's see if Alabama can get it in the end zone. He'll take it himself. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Alabama calls its second timeout in the half. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. They keep pushing forward now, back to work on second and goal from the 6. Russell. Going for 6. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. Quick strike through the air for the score.
And the offense breaks the tie, takes the lead, gains some momentum. How big is this, Palmer, now going into the half with the lead, with the momentum?
Well, they break the tie, but they also break their confidence a little bit now. The opponent now has to go into the locker room probably down, and they're wondering, what adjustments do we have to make? What do we have to fix? Because we've got our work cut out for us in this game.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Left side, it's Davis. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Fresh set of downs going up top. Under pressure. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. We played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, it is my pleasure to welcome everyone into the Week 7 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Arizona State taking on the Wake Forest Demon Deacons. And it's the Sun Devils with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19.
The win puts them a game over 500 as this group looks to stabilize its season.
The Alabama offense coming onto the field. They'll start the third quarter with the run. Just gets it to the 20, a pickup of 1.
Here now a look at some other games of note, including a big upset inside the Big 12.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Bring him down. Flush to the left. Fires on the move. And the third down pass incomplete after a good deflection by the defense.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime, and they couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score. But their defense is playing lights out. So to me right now, this is a no-brainer. After the incompletion on third, just punt it away and let your defense eat.
Makes the catch at the 30. And he'll work his way on the return out to the 35-yard line before he's stopped. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt, and I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. He's now up to 83 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
Hit and stopped right there. Not much on that pickup.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
As they come to the line on third and short from the 43, I wonder if they already know they'll go for it if they don't make it here. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
This is a top 25 defense, guys. One of the best units in the entire country. They're so good situationally, and they understand the importance of getting leads early, making the offense predictable, having to throw in these types of situations so they can adjust accordingly. And that's what they're doing right now. Their coverage is being dictated by the scoreboard. They're going to make it really, really hard.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Snapped it, and he has to have it. Look out! Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
I like the idea to go for it there on fourth down. You're basically at midfield, and you've got confidence in your guys to be able to go out. You've got experience in this offense. Guys have made these types of plays before. That time, the defense stepped up.
Throws toward the end zone. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
Throws to the tight end. Timed it perfectly to knock it free and forces the third down.
And if this offense is going to get back in the football game, those are the plays they have to make. Like, they have to make contested catches. They got to find a way to get some points, to create some explosive plays. Those 50-50 balls, when you get your hand on it, man, they got to start making those plays.
Offense a little backed up here, and boy, would it help to convert this third down. Trying to slip through and pick it up. They make the tackle, but not before he picks up the first down.
Well, their defense did a great job deep in their own end, right? Getting the turnover on downs. And now the offense is starting to pay that off. On the third play of this drive, third down, they're able to run it, pick up the first, they stay on the field, and they're going to try and churn this thing out.
Unloads it left. Finds his man open. Oh, he got loose. All the way across the 50, into plus territory, and finally stopped at the 43.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Vols are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, it's Bishop. Enough to move the chains. There he goes. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
And this defense, man, they've got to find some answers. They've been less physical than the offense. They've owned the line of scrimmage. They're running the football, putting a drive together. All right, now in the red zone, field shrinking. How do they handle this situation? Bring more bodies, be more physical, be more aggressive.
The Vols, once backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, have put quite a drive together. Trying to cap this drive with a pass. Out wide right, it's Bishop. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend.
You know, and that's why this guy can play first, second, and third down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. And they're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. On the direct snap, it's Bishop. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love the play call. I think you keep running the football and stay physical.
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat.
Man, that's a really good job by the defense, because when you get in that third and medium area, listen, you got to be worried about the run and the pass. Did a good job playing both, got it stopped, now forcing a fourth down.
And they'll send out the field goal unit. And this one is perfect. That'll bring him to within 4.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They'll go to the counter. Breaks into the open. And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down.
And when you run these counter-type plays, you're getting extra offensive linemen pulling at the point of attack, opening up a crease for that running back to gash the defense.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the ground. He's got it again. Nowhere to go on that one. 10.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The pull and throw off the RPO. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
The noise reverberating off the checkerboards and kneeling on 3rd down. Now here's Russell. Rush is on. Across the 45. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. We'll get a stoppage here for an injured player for the Tide. That's their freshman quarterback who was injured on the play. As they attend to him, Holly will keep an eye on things for us. The Tide with the 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Turning it on at the 20. A huge chunk play as he gets it all the way down to the 11. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll have to be very judicious as they only have 1 timeout remaining. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Throwing, Mack. Throws quickly. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tide. He'll try to tack on one more. And with the extra point, it's a 21-10 game. Midway point in the season, and games like this one can have a big impact on the rankings from week to week as we see upsets happen and favorites continuing to flex muscle. 1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish.
Number 31, set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Final stands in the game, and we'll start with the 1st down. The handoff. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1.
And I think offense is showing they are willing to run the football, even if they don't get big gains. Just those body blows that can sometimes wear out a defense and keep the balance on offense so I can be explosive.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Second down to the air. Throws to the wideout. Complete in the middle. Stopped him at the 41, but that's a big pickup of 15.
And his offense is going to have to come up clutch, man. Like late in the football game, you are trailing. This is why you get paid the big bucks. This is why the quarterback is the glamour position. Like, you've got to trust him. He's got to come through. They got to put a few drives together here to get back in this football game.
Give him 9 on that one. Sets up a 2nd and 1. And the Volunteers moving quickly to the line.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Shakes off the defender.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on 1st down. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And we need more of this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Flips it out in the flat. Makes the catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one.
Well, it's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out on the perimeter in space where he can do some damage. That time they got it to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He fires one deep down the right side. And he makes the grab and gets the foot down. What a job for a huge gain there. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
Wants to throw it. Out wide left, it's Bishop. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. The run inside. It's Bishop. Nowhere to go. Same song, 2nd verse, as this defense is ready for this guy.
What a great play by the linebacker. You talk about filling a hole. Defensive line does their jobs. He comes in the hole and says, "Sit down, sir."
Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And he can't quite make the connection as he was trying to pay off this red zone opportunity. And here comes the field goal unit for the 2nd time tonight. And he's already put 1 3 spot on the board. He'll try another one from 25 yards out. And this one splits the uprights. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. Tide ready to roll on offense. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. They'll run it to keep the clock moving. That's why a good running game is a coach's and quarterback's best friend when you're trying to put the lid on the game.
And that hurts on defense, giving up the first on the ground like that. We're in a one-possession game. You've got all 3 timeouts. I think you got to start burning them here to save some clock.
Backed up at the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Austin Mack. Rush right in his face. Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance.
And that's a really good job by this defense, a complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass rush gets home, hits him, and forces the incompletion.
Moving the pocket, it's Mack. And a sack all the way back at the 5. The Volunteers will call their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. And it's taken away by the defense, and they desperately needed that turnover.
Man, we needed that so bad. We needed the football, had to get a stop, forcing a turnover. Best case scenario, offense back on the field, trailing in the 4th quarter. Time to go win.
So here is the Tennessee offense. What a huge mistake that was with that last interception. And now this offense has a chance late. Left side is Smith. Touchdown, Tennessee! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
Yeah, I tell you what, great job by this offense. Great execution. You drive down the field, you get the score. Now what's your 2-point play? You practiced it all week. What's your go-to in this moment late in the 4th quarter when you need the 2-point conversion?
Now they'll try to tie it up with the 2 late. He's looking to throw. Rolls right. He makes the grab for the 2, and he ties the game here in the 4th. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. It's a fumble. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball.
Man, those are backbreakers. Defensively, you get so excited. You force the fumble, I'm going to get a turnover, and the offense falls.
Lining up in the wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Wildcat look didn't get much. Picked up a few on that one. The clock has stopped for the timeout, and we have reached the final 2 minutes in this one. Now the Tide uses its third and final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. These fans stepping up to help this defense on third down. Quarterback keeper. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical in the line of scrimmage by this offense.
The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. They'll run it. Surge to head for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Man, I'm going to be curious to see this offense down the stretch. That's back-to-back runs. This is a pivotal part of the game. We're in the 4th quarter. Like, what are they going to lean on? What weapon are they going to go to find a way to get across the finish line?
Timeout is called. It's the 2nd charge to Tennessee. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking for room. It's Hill. Tackled almost immediately. Not a whole lot on that one. The Vols will now use their final timeout. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Neyland Stadium alive. A cauldron of orange noise on 3rd down. Now here's Mack. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down.
And you know the defensive coordinator on that play was holding his breath, because in the 4th quarter, you got one of the fastest players in the game going deep on you. And that's going to be a helmet sticker for somebody. Like, forcing an incompletion against that guy, that's incredible.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. He'll aim it toward the sideline to try to make it tough on the return team. And no shot at a return here as the punt goes out of bounds. A little bit backed up to start this drive from their own 18-yard line. Wide receiver comes in motion. Wants to throw on 1st. Oh, pressure's coming. And the flag comes in as this one falls incomplete. Let's see what the call is. You can grab, but you can't hold on. A defensive holding penalty will give this offense a 1st down. The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Drops back on 1st down. Moving out to the right. Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
Well, it's the fourth quarter, and you got to be so careful as a quarterback when you're throwing it over the middle of the field right now because these windows are really small. He's very lucky that last one was not picked off.
Long way to go on second down. Off play action. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Third and long, defense knows the pass is coming, so they're going to have guys with their eyes on the QB, but they're going to try to get to him with pressure, pinning their ears back. If you're on offense, you might be thinking blitz here. You better get rid of this one quick.
Third and long, a lot of ground to cover. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Bishop. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. They tried to fool him with the run on third down, and they're looking at fourth and plenty of work to do.
And if you listen carefully, you can start to hear some of the boo birds coming out from this home crowd. They know their offense needs points, and this late in the game, they're watching them run the ball to no avail.
Punt is in the air. Trying to make one miss. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Well, guys, let's play some more. Headed to overtime.
And this just feels right. Both of these teams going back and forth. So, of course, David, this thing needs to get decided in OT.
Let's see who's better. Short amount of time to do it. A couple possessions, probably maybe one possession each. Who's the better team?
All right, guys, so here we go in overtime. And just to refresh everyone's memory, alternating possessions starting on the opponent's 25.
And it's so nice to be on defense first, just to set the tone, to understand what you need. Try to hold them to a field goal. The offense knows they can do their job to go out and get a win. Just two possessions, Paul. We're like, you got to be at your best.
Yeah, and I love the new rules, too, because in the third overtime possession, it goes to alternating two-point plays, back and forth. Who's got anything left in the tank here in OT?
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success. But on that play, really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. Kept it on the ground. Now they'll throw. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down.
And the big tight end, a lot of times that's a bigger strike zone, a bigger dude, and you could tell they put the hit on him, and that ball came out, and it came to the turf. Nice job playing physical by this defense.
Staring at a third and long here in this first overtime possession. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. If he houses this, it's ball game. Oh, he's got some space. The 50. And the takeaway is the exclamation point. The game saver for the win. First down, and they'll win it with any kind of score here in overtime. It'll be a draw. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
A lot of times those draw plays are successful when those defensive linemen run up the field, rush the quarterback, create some holes. Not this time. The defensive line did a really good job understanding that, seeing the draw play, getting the running back, getting his butt on the ground.
Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. Handoff again. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
Don't want to move backwards to make sure they have a chance to kick an easy one and win it in OT. Unloads to the wideout. It's complete. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity.
And your number one goal when you blitz is to get to the quarterback, make him feel uncomfortable, and they didn't do it. They didn't get home. Quarterback had a little bit too much time. You could tell, felt too comfortable. Didn't even get a hit on him.
Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Throwing Russell. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
And I feel like this defense is starting to pick up on this quarterback's MO. You've seen it, right? Like, time and time again, he is willing to scramble. He wants to carry the football, kind of apprehensive, maybe doesn't want to make a mistake. I'd love to see him maybe hang in that pocket just a little more and maybe make some plays down the field with his arm.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. The give. He's in! A game-winning touchdown in overtime!
You know, this guy's had a big role in this offense this year, especially when they get down close to the end zone. That's his 5th rushing touchdown on the year. He's been a factor for these guys offensively.
They get the W, and with that being win number 6, looks as if they're going bowling, guys.
And that's a good moment for this squad, right? Like, you start every season, you have big goals. It usually starts with your conference championship and winning a national championship, maybe going to the playoffs. Everybody has different goals, but getting to a bowl is always sweet, and this team's eligible.
I know the coaches are really happy about this, the AD and the fans, because they know what it means for the program, right? You're going to get those 15 extra practices at the end of the year to help develop young talent. Looking ahead to next season, but that's next season. There's still a lot of football left to go this year. Let's just see how good of a bowl game they can get to.
That's going to do it for us as the season marches on. For David Pollack, Jesse Palmer, and Holly Rowe, I'm Reese Davis. This has been a presentation of EA Sports College Football.